GM fam, we are live with the Valley Vibes team with myself, Phil X Contreras, and Zircon here, where we're gonna go down on some things about Solana and maybe a little bit some things about Aptos NFTs. What's up, Zircon? What's going on, man?
Everything's going good. I feel second time this week on the podcast. I like having some extra time live to talk to the folks to talk about Solana and Aptos to cover some of the news of the week. And just chilling for today. I like the new schedule going on the morning here where I live, so I really like it. And hope
Yeah.
to see some news about what happened this week.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this new schedule seems pretty cool. I think it's pretty steady right now with what we got going on. We had Soul Investor last time talking with us. Hopefully, he'll want to come with us at another time. That was cool as well, getting a different
Yeah.
perspective on things. And yeah, a couple things that just went down today. BB mints just happened. I don't know if you
hmm
saw that one, but it looked successful. But what did you think overall of the mint?
Yeah, I think it went really well. I don't know how to feel about the thing that they. I mean, it was already mentioned. I think the basic BB get. I mean, you get a free BB if you mint like with the nomination thing, but the pre-sale was 3 sol. I think I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, apparently it was already mentioned that it was gonna be like the upgrade system for the BBs for the BBs that you get for free. I saw a lot of thought around Twitter today about that same topic. Like they promote it as free mint, and now they are charging 3 sol, kind of cash grabby, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I haven't made my research. I just got nominated, so I'll have to start making some research about the BBs and what's their concept, an idea behind the NFT collection. But other than that, I think it went really well. I like that they are gonna test the the creator royalties. It's just as you mentioned, I was yesterday on the live stream when I saw the news on BBs coming up together with hyperspace to put the enforced royalties, and I was like, I have to tell Phil this because we talked about this on the podcast last time. So I was
Yeah,
really surprised about all this stuff.
yeah. Like I was about to mint this thing today, and then I had to go on the highway and drive. So I was kind of pissed off because like the hyper I was telling you, man, the hypersphere, something was gonna happen,
Yeah.
and sure enough, it happened. All hypersphere holders were whitelisted for this. So
Yeah.
that was kind of crazy. It didn't pump hypersphere NFTs though.
No,
Just
no. They
because
pumped really. I think they pumped like point 0.1, maybe.
yeah,
Really
yeah.
low pump.
When I saw the news, I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go sell one right now," and like nothing happened. It was still the same price. But I didn't even mint this because I was kind of worried that 3 sol was a little bit too much. But then now they're kind of going like a 4 sol right now. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like I'm starting to get worried for my decision.
Oof.
4.9. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it's kind of crazy. The royalties, yeah, they're what, like at 10% right now,
Yeah,
which is
10%
kind of
royalties.
insane.
Yeah, it's kind of high, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I
Do
mean,
you do you like that? Do you typically like 10% or lower?
the thing is this. For me, 10% is okay depending on the conditions. BBs were supposed to be free. I mean, for basic BBs, 10% for me it's okay because they are not getting any revenue from the mint by itself. So they had to get some sort of money from the collection in order to deliver the roadmap. So 10% would be okay. But here we're talking about NFTs that were 3 sol of mint price. So they're already getting money. That's where it gets tricky for me because I don't know if they could do something like that, but they should have reduced the royalties. And after the free BBs mint, they could uh, get up the royalties to 10% just because of the free mint. But I don't think it's the way to go to make a really expensive mint and charge 10% royalties.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should have been probably 5%.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion. I probably would have. I still probably would have minted with 3 SOL with the market right now, but that's just me personally. But yeah, I think 10% is a little bit too high. Um, and but it looks like the market is speaking differently right now with 4.9. But again,
Yeah.
we'll see we'll see what happens in the next 24 hours, and if the hype is gonna die down. But yeah, they look pretty cool. They're not bad, but yeah. So as far as hypersphere, um, I'm starting to get into a phase where I want to get more. If it stays down, if it stays at 0.30, I don't. Are you looking like are you even thinking 1 second about them, or are you still being careful with these NFTs? Because
The
again, they are zero utility, and it's
yeah.
just babies that ask for a whitelist for these guys.
Yeah. I think if this becomes a meta, it's gonna be difficult to make a decision about them. But I would not suggest, but I would consider buying a few just because of the VVs. Because if VVs go the right way and more devs starts to choose hyperspace as their main platform just because of the enforced royalties, maybe and just maybe we can get some really good whitelist spots through the hyperspheres, because normally that's the way they do. I saw it with dictators and their nuke pad, that they got some traction because what the first mint went really well, and dictators got it's not pre-mint, they got whitelist stage, like OG stage for the holder. So it might be a good play to get at least a
Ah.
few, just in case the BBS mint do well and more projects start to choose hyperspace.
Ah, so like this could be like a domino effect.
Yeah.
And so I see what you're saying. So if somehow if BBs gets the attentions, it's gonna direct the new NFTs coming in are gonna probably want to go to hyperspace. Then indirectly, hypersphere holders could get whitelisted,
Yeah,
which is
and could
interesting.
yeah, and could get utility without getting utility, because it's not an official utility, but you're getting some sort of utility for the NFT.
Ah, that could be true, man. Yeah, I might want to get a little bit more. Again, this is pure degen.
Yeah.
People, it's we don't know. It's just assumptions right now.
Yeah, I don't have the crystal ball. I don't know what's on the future, but that would be my guess. Looking at what's happening, what's going on right now with the ecosystem and what happened on the past with dictators, launch labs. I have seen it with many launch pads, so it's like a kind of a process that repeats every single time a platform that starts making new things and innovate a little bit with mints starts getting some attention on the ecosystem.
Yeah. Now, in other news, I just found out that exchange art now is royalty protected. That just came out in the news. So it looks like John Lee is is safe. He's safe right now with his new collection. What do you think about that? Do you use exchange?
I have never used it. I've seen some that John Lee dropped some collections right there, and I think Clinosaurs used that platform to release their one-on-ones. I started making my research yesterday because I've heard of a collection called Yoda, I think, that was launching. It was kind of expensive for the market, but I was checking the how the market works and all that kind of stuff, and I really like it. And I like that they're starting to realize that enforced royalties are important and that they have to exist. That royalties have to be paid. This is the kind of things where I support paying royalties, because we are supporting an artist, not a company or whatever. I mean, artists rely exclusively on royalties, so
Yeah.
they are really important.
Yeah, the John Lee came out with this new art. It's called Iota. A lot of people bought this collection as a collection, not to really trade or flip. It's more like an art type of collector item, And even if it is, it still increases in value. And that's what's crazy about John Lee's work, is that there's a lot of value with it. And this one, um, it looks like it's protected by the royalties that just came out. So it's right here. This is exchange art. And I just created my account after the create roll. I just created like 30 minutes ago. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I mean, if you like art, and especially like, for you, Zircon, and like you like taking photography or anything, it's probably a cool idea to drop some gems here. From what this is basically doing. This is like for artists. It's a little bit
Yeah,
different.
yeah. It's kind of what it's like the old school collectible stuff where comic books could get like really really valuable on time, and I think it's kind of the same deal here. Like you don't buy them to flip them; these are long term plays for sure, and you don't rely exclusively on the price. I don't think people are buying this just because they know they're gonna be valuable in like a month or so. They just buy them because they like them, or because they wanna play like the long play.
Yeah. Yeah, true, man. What's up, Jolt R3X? What's going on, man? Yo, yo. Yeah, so on other news, we just found out that in addition to creator royalties, in adding into all of this drama, and now that we finally got some royalty backing with exchange art, and now hypersphere and hyperspace, now we just add a little bit more drama into this. Yah Finance, the people who created this whole situation, has now come up with an NFT with another collection announced today, adding on top of this. And this thing is called it's called Dooms, and it's I don't know what it's about. It's Doomlist. So I don't know if you've seen it yet. It just got announced right
No, no.
here. Boom, Doomlist. So all they have is that I am a doom bit bringer. The doom list is now open. Apply now or you're doomed. This is something new by Yah Finance. What is going on here?
I have no clue. The thing with Yo, we talked the other day with the guys. It's like the story I think of Frankenstein, where they created a monster and now the monster is killing them because of the royalty. Because every single marketplace took the 0% royalties, and they lost like a ton of market share just because of that. And I don't know. I don't have any clue what this Doom list is about. I'll have to make my research. I was checking another project really similar, not to this one, to the through the zombie thing that was released a couple days ago as well. But we'll have to see what goes with this Yo thing, if what they're gonna bring to the table, and as always, check them out, because this kind of Doom of lists are really on the spotlight right now on the Solana ecosystem. People love to be shouted out like that with the when you get on the whitelist of things, kind of the youth's way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm scared. I'm scared. These guys are wild. They really changed everything on Solana, and they're about to come with something else. So it's gonna be cool. Moon or Doom? Your call. Apply now. So I think after this call, we'll probably go try to apply this
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
and go on from there. But yeah, so in other news, we finally got some things going on with Instagram. Now you can create
Oh yeah.
NFTs in Instagram and have your own digital collection. Are you gonna go back in Instagram and try to do this?
I don't know. I'm not so like that kind of content creator on Instagram. I used it for a while now, but since they changed how the algorithm works and stuff, I've been too lazy to be active on content. I like to share my stories and stuff of what I do on my daily basis, but I'm not much of a content creator on Instagram. But I really like what they're bringing to the ecosystem. kind of what Twitter did with the hexagon. Uh, I'm waiting to see if they make that sort of thing to the PFPs on Instagram, to see if they manage to make it work. I know that you can now post collectibles as your own by connecting the Phantom wallet, but I don't know if they're gonna go extra with this thing that Twitter did with the hexagon and something similar.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool. You can go connect. You can put in supposedly your own collection with your profile, and then you can connect with MetaMask now, Phantom as well. And it's I think this is basically mass adoption without people realizing it's mass adoption. Not us, but like those people who are just regular users on this that don't know
Yeah,
what's
yeah, yeah.
going on. They just think this is just a digital collectible, just like the Reddit people. They don't even call it
Mm-hmm.
NFTs. They
Digital
they call it,
collectible.
yeah. They have their own name with this, and it just seems like Instagram is going that route because I guess NFTs have a harsh name to it with all the pump and dumps.
Yeah, yeah,
So it sounds more safe, digital collectibles, and you can see it right here. It's starting to say that just a collectible. So it looks like something that I think is going to be very well. The one thing I am curious is that Phantom, right? You have Phantom, you have Solana. Someone is going to drop a bunch of NFTs to these people. I don't know. I just right because like
yeah,
they have the public address of everyone now. They can
yeah,
just
yeah,
drop the like an NFT tree, but like if someone really wants to like advertise, they can put their own things out there. Even Solana, like Iavenko, he could probably drop something out there for everybody. It's gonna be
yeah.
crazy, I think.
Yeah, yeah. This is the kind of things that I really like because I can't stop getting targeted because of trading NFTs. It's like, I mean, they can call NFTs scam all the time they want, but if Starbucks, now Meta with Instagram and Facebook, and these big companies start investing on NFTs, I mean, what can I say? Are these scams? Of course they are not. Why the hell would Meta and Starbucks invest in scams if that was the case? So I really like that this kind of things happen just because they prove that I'm not crazy. I'm not the one that is losing money on scams and stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah, and I like that the this new term called digital collectives starts being related to NFTs because it's easier to get people to understand. Most of the time people hear the word NFT and are scared or afraid of losing their money. And maybe if you start with digital collectives, it's like, oh, it's like a skin on Counter-Strike. That is the number one thing I mention every single time, but people maybe don't understand what I'm talking about.
right. Yeah, I think digital collectibles is fine with these guys. It's slowly they're gonna realize it's NFTs.
Yeah.
That's a good opinion there. All right, so the other thing that I just saw is basically what's going on with sources. That's actually now pumping. Now that we're speaking about pumps, sources is finally moving up.
Yeah.
Uh, did you see that? Do you know why it's moving up?
Actually, it's really crazy because I'm a sources holder, so I have inside information, and I can tell you that it's because there's no reason. It just pumped. They didn't announce anything. They didn't say a thing. Someone
Oh my
started
god!
sweeping all of the sudden, and the one thing that I could say it's the reason why it's people on the community of sources are really into the community. They are not here, they are not holding sources just to flip them. So once the price starts going up, people don't list back. That's the main reason why sources is pumping. There's many sweeps, and the listings go down because people don't relist because the prices go up. That's what's going on. Sources has already 77% of the collection already staked in the staking. I
Wow.
think they have like 17K Serenium, that is the token, just circulating on the ecosystem. The rest was already used on raffles, auctions. So people are using the token. And I see a really strong bond between the sources team and their community. That's maybe the main reason why they are pumping.
Man, I really wanted to get into this collection at that time, but props to them. They're still building. They're still moving, and as you can see, people are starting to tell. I personally hope it's gonna go back down so I can maybe one day get one. Now the other one that's actually not doing too well is brains and zombies. So
Yeah.
there hasn't been much announcement yet on this collection, and they have been moving downwards. Even the zombies have been moving downwards as well.
Yeah.
They started off high, and then now they're at 1.90. There was a little bit of sweeping going on, and it's finally coming back down. What's up? What's going on here?
The thing with the zombies is that they released the date and everything for the events, but it's really. I mean, it's not like far away on time, but 2 weeks on the NFT ecosystem is like a lot of time. They announced the brain eating season is gonna start, I think, the 14th, if I'm not wrong. And I mean, it's a lot of time. I when I saw the announcement, I saw they started pumping, but it's I mean, if people realize, once people started realizing that 14th is 2 weeks in time, it would start going down just as it went, just because 2 weeks is a lot of time. I mean, in the between, what's gonna happen? That's the thing with the zombies. I think they said they're gonna release another wave of brains just for holders before the season, because we did the math with Sol Investor. I think we did it on the podcast. I'm not sure. And there's
Yeah,
not enough brains for all the zombies, so they need more brains, and they're probably gonna release wave, I think 9 or 10 before the brain eating season. But other than that, we'll have just to wait. The time for flipping is already over, and I think as we get close to the date, they're gonna definitely gonna pump. But for now, I think they're gonna be steady near two, probably, the zombies.
yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, I do wanna buy one more. I do like that there's not enough news, because for me, I like when there's no hype, because then I can finally buy one or two. But the main thing that kind of got me curious was this guy named Jburst, and he is definitely sweeping some brains and zombies here. His announcement was basically, um, but there is two NFT projects I'll be buying today. We invest in builds, teams are grinding nonstop, and rewards will happen when the party starts. And he is talking about zombies. He bought 26 of them,
Oof.
and then he bought his three ABCs. So this person here, he has about, and it is, I'm looking at the ABC collection. The
Yeah.
top holders, he's the ninth one. He has 85 ABCs,
Wow.
and he just started buying the zombies. So I'm really curious on what's going on here with Ra, who is the creator of zombies,
Yeah.
and he's also the CEO of Fract. And what is going on with HG Soul? So I only have one zombie. I just want to buy one more. I
Yeah.
feel like this is the good time frame to buy one
Yeah.
uh around here.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see me buy one.
Yeah, they're gonna go probably a little bit down with a couple of days, but after they reach, I think the top they can reach is 1.7 maybe. That will be like the dip, the actual dip. And yeah, I am still really bullish on them, even with the announcements and I mean, the announcements are flipper killers. It's for people like me that like to flip. To
Yeah,
It's like, stay away from here, because we're not gonna do anything for 2 weeks. So if you're more like a holder and like to buy things, wait and sell one day once they start getting some traction. It's a solid entry point between 1.7 and 1.9 maybe. I have two be- because I got one and I was keeping it and tried to snipe one and sell it with the scalp empire, and the things didn't go as expected. So I have two right now, but I'm most likely gonna buy a third one just because of the price. The price is really low, and I think they could. definitely go up once the brain eating season starts getting closer and closer. So I
Yeah.
might get a third one just to take my average a little bit down because I'm on like 2.5 right now,
Yeah.
and just to get it a little bit down.
Yeah, they are at 13%, which I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I think 13%. I mean, I would prefer 15%, like what Soul Investor said.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is kind of a good range to get in. So we'll see from there. Now, is there something else that you're looking into Solana? Any upcoming mints?
Yeah,
Any secondaries?
it's not I don't have whitelist for this one, but it's really interesting. I don't know if you heard about Brave, the browser.
Oh
Well, they're
yeah,
they're gonna release an NFT collection with VAT Brigade. I heard of it because of Bart. Bart is an IT expert on Value Vibes that got whitelisted because he's holding his Good Vibrations, and apparently Good Vibrations had a partnership with Bart Brigade, and he got whitelisted for that and told me, Circo, did you heard of this NFT project? And he sent me the one tweet about Davey being partnered with Brave. And I said, wow, how did we miss this one? Because Brave cooking an NFT collection, how did no one talked about this until now? And apparently they are going with Adam Ape as well. So that's really, really big. And I didn't heard of them until like last week, I think.
yeah,
Uh, but it was crazy. I was like, wow, Brave is gonna release, and this is gonna be big. They already delayed the. There you go.
yep.
They already announced they're gonna delay till the 10th, I think, just because of market conditions. I mean, everything is really dry right now, so maybe they're just gonna try and get some hype around before launching the NFT collection. But this might be a good play, actually.
Now, now with this project, supposedly there is drama going on. Uh, I don't know if you heard what these guys. One person supposedly said something, and it was about Magic Eden,
Hmm.
and they basically said that they're not going to use Magic Eden going for. They're working on some back things, but they basically said Magic Eden are ruthless or whatever. Just paraphrasing,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's been like the behind the scene drama of what I've heard of basically on the delay of this. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I don't know what's going on here, but they might pick hyperspace.
You never know. That would
Yeah.
be crazy if they decide if they swap Magic Eden for hyperspace, and
Oh my
hyperspace
god.
and hyperspace in 1 week gets two good mints. That's it. That's gonna be the first piece to start the domino effect on mints on hyperspace for sure.
Oh man. But yeah, just the art here. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, you get the lion, because you got Bat, you got Brave. That their main logo is this lion. So I think overall this will be cool, especially with like Adam 8 involved.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get a whitelist as well on this, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, and I see Cardinal Labs. I haven't checked that out actually. They have Cardinal Labs that has strong connections with hyperspace. So it doesn't sound too crazy to think that if they don't mint on Magic Eden that they choose hyperspace actually.
Yeah, yeah, but hopefully I can find that tweet somewhere here. But yeah, so the other one that basically that I think we should talk about is Bra Bears. This isn't this minting out tomorrow?
Yeah, no, it's minting the 5, I think. But yeah, I think this. I hope it's not, but it might be the last chance of Aptos to get some traction back. There's some things going on at Aptos. Yesterday, it was the mint of another project that did well, and I mean they need to do well for for the safety and longevity of the Aptos ecosystem as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I still feel like this and maybe a little bit of Spooks are
Yeah,
are the last ones to really um go for this pump. Just maybe just bra bears. Spooks I think will probably just mint out at the same mint price and maybe fall down a little bit. But
Yeah.
it just seems like this is it right now. There's not really much going on. Nevermore's is
No.
kind of cool.
Oh.
Nevermore's is kind of cool,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
but
And the
other than
one that
that, I
I
don't see anything.
was, yeah, and the one I was talking is that Pontem Space Pirates is the first one, the number one on the. That's the one. It was a free mint actually. That's the crazy thing about him. This is I didn't know about this. I heard I started making my research way too
What the
late.
hell?
Apparently these guys are from liquid swap. Liquid swap is a really big swap from Aptos. There's a DeFi behind them, and they're gonna release their own wallet for Aptos. So there's a big company that is trying to build on the Aptos ecosystem, and just to like make some attention for people and get some hype, they decided to release this collection that is a free mint. But the cool thing is that if you got to mint it, you actually got one APT as an airdrop once you mint it. So you mint it and instantly got an NFT and one APT back, and they have 0% royalties. So there's no like cash grab behind the royalties or anything. They just wanted to build some hype and decided that the best idea was to release a 1K collection and give money to people. It was crazy.
What the hell? Yeah, that is crazy. That's a lot of money. But man, okay. Hopefully they do well on here. Hopefully they bring this Aptos vibes back. But yeah, it just seems like the Aptos vibes are just dying day by day every time we're
Yeah.
talking. So um I hope Raw Bears does well. I'm sure they'll do well. I can't wait for this one. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen that it's like maybe 1 out of 10 projects that actually do well on Aptos, and I think Brothers is gonna do well. I mean, it's probably gonna sell out and be profitable at least maybe at least 3 or 4x as
Yeah.
the minimum. I mean, they can even go higher just as Aptos Monkeys. But I don't see any more projects other than maybe Spokes might be a good play if they play their cards properly. But other than both of them, I don't see any more Aptos projects like big Aptos projects gonna launch soon.
What do you think the highest price gonna be for Raw Bears?
The price should be around between 5 and 7 APT. That's my guess if I should have to say. And on secondary, I think they might go to maybe 15 to 20. That would be my guess. Minting for 5. I don't know if they already announced the mint price. I'm just doing like conjectures. I don't really know. If they mint for 5, they should go to around 15 or 20 APT, maybe more, but that would be my guess, considering what's going on with Aptos, that most people already took their liquidity off, and because the token is going down. That would be my guess. Maybe a 3 or 4x from 5 APT.
I say 30. That'll be
Yeah,
my guess. 30 is my number. We'll see where it goes
yeah. It
in 2
doesn't
days.
it doesn't sound off. 30
All
would
right, so
be.
so the other thing that I kind of saw and I was kind of curious about was Blocksmith Labs. They announced that with their Forge token, if you have 500 of them, you can now be part of their family, and that's insane. Like they're bringing more utility to Solana through this. What do you think of that?
That's actually really cool because if you think about that, there's the one thing that I like on Solana, that is the one thing I criticize on Aptos, is that there's no people on the ecosystem. Aptos, I think, has really few people buying on secondary, and the one thing that I always said I love from Solana is that there's a lot of people buying on secondary on the market, and they're releasing the chance for people to join the BSL ecosystem with so few tokens. I don't know how much is on money, but it's
Yeah, 500.
yeah, it's most likely less than 100. So and it's really cool. I really like it. I really like the that they that they let people get into the ecosystem for a fraction of the price.
Yeah, yeah, it's that's insane, man. And overall, I think Blocksmith Labs. I was once part of the family. I wish I would have never sold my Blocksmith Lab.
Oof.
One day I would like to join back in, but that's gonna take some flippening to get there.
Yeah, it's one of those projects that are just a safe bet. I mean, they have Mercury, the Bifrost, even though they are not using it that much, but they have already built the Bifrost. Just with those two tools, I think they have already a good fraction of the market already taken, and that it's a safe bet. I mean, they are constantly building such a style, such as Tom. And if you have 100 soul and don't know where to spend it, you can definitely get a BSL that it's a really safe bet. They have the Forge token. You can get raffles for for the Forge token just for BSL holders. They have really good utility behind the token and the NFT by itself.
Yeah. Now the other one that basically, as you were mentioning, the Solana ecosystem is Liberty Square. They're finally coming back. They came out finally
Yeah.
with their mint, and they got the hallowed here. It's at 3.54 Sol. They did go up when they first minted up, and then now it's finally came back down. They went all the way up to about 8 Sol, and it's finally down level down here. So it's a props to them for going forward and going with their next project. Have you seen these art? What do you think of this right here?
It's kind of crazy. I like I love this kind of lore that is like really dark and and stuff. I really like it. I enjoy it. I love that projects make Halloween things. I love Halloween season just because of that. Like in general, in art and stuff, I really love Halloween, and it's my first Halloween on NFTs. I think because last time I wasn't really into NFTs on October last year. So this is my first Halloween on NFTs, and I really enjoyed it actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I do think the price is probably going to go just a little bit more further down, but we'll see
Yeah,
how
yeah.
this plays out as well. Since it's like the second collection,
Yeah, it's a
but
second collection, and apparently because Sirocco is a holder of the Liberty Square, the squirrels, he told me they got free airdrops and whitelist tokens for the collection. So it's most likely gonna go a little bit further down because s- there's definitely people still holding them from their free mint, and
yeah,
it's free money. They're gonna list it.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, is there anything else out there that you want to talk about?
I saw that you mentioned something about bodega bodies. I don't know. I haven't
Oh,
been
Bodega Buddies,
looking up
yeah,
to bodega for the last couple of weeks. After they mentioned they're gonna uh, start getting some things going on with the collection, but I don't know if you have anything to tell me about it.
yeah, but Bodega Buddies. So easy. I mean, for the viewers, Easy is basically the biggest influencer on Solana. Easy started off with Nifty Alpha on Ethereum, grew out from there. He basically started talking on their live show when Nifty Alpha was a very small Discord. And then eventually Nifty Alpha grew bigger for Ethereum. And then you had Easy, who was talking about Solana, and he grew up with Solana on Nifty Alpha. And then overall, Nifty Alpha just became a big
Yeah,
media source in NFTs. So now you have Easy, who is finally launching his own collection with Nifty Alpha, and it's called Bodega Buddies. And he is building up a story behind this. He is reading books about game theories, and he has been dropping the books on his timeline on what he's reading. So this guy is definitely trying to build some lore around his
yeah.
collection. That's been his main thing is storytelling, and a lot of people who follow him believe in his storytelling type of plays. So it's gonna be interesting how he plays this out. It's definitely like a Frank the Gods move, where Frank the Gods read a bunch of game theory for the Gods collection. So he's in a similar way, he's following that path, but in his own style. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be cool. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be awesome. And yeah, I personally fully support him because I actually started off in Nifty Alpha when I was getting into NFTs on Ethereum, and then I saw Easy there just talking. He was a
Yeah.
regular guy in the Discord just talking, and and then people saw his trades and everything, and then he started doing content, and then look where he's at now.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's basically the rundown.
I mean, with this kind of guys, it's like it's a definitely go forward for the collection. I mean, he's a content creator. He has grown a really, really big community from Ethereum to Solana. So he's multi-chain. He knows what he's doing. And once we talked about this kind of projects with Ryan, and it's just reputation. I mean, he's not gonna let his reputation taint because of a fail on an NFT collection. So if the collection has his name and his branding, it's gonna go well, and you just have to be safe that it's gonna be a good play. He's gonna do the things the right way, and it's most likely gonna be a really, really good project in Solana in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's his books right here. He screenshotted. Learn game theory, practice game theory. So he's definitely gonna go with the lore right here. But yeah. Overall, that's everything I have. Any last words, Zircon, on your end?
Not much to say today. Hope to see you next week. On Tuesdays, we have a new schedule, as you might see, and we're now doing 2 podcasts a week. So you are not gonna miss any of the news right now because we have more time on live stream to talk about Solana and stuff. Hope we have some more content to do next week. Hopefully, we're talking about the extreme success of Brothers. But if it's not the case, well, it was happy to have Atos. It was happy I was happy trading there, and we'll have to move to Solana.
Trading there. Yeah. We're about to find about Brothers. We're about to find about zombies and how they did. It's gonna be crazy next week. So
Yeah.
my last words is I hope zombies do well. Sources, I hope it does well for next week. Two collections that I do enjoy. So overall, that's all I have as well. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you like this content, hit that like button as well. It helps with the algorithm and keeps us going with the content. And also hit that notification bell when we go live next time. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we bring in different guests. And also, that is everything I have. Much love from us, and peace.